Hello and welcome to Che Yoga. This is a quick 20-minute practice to do in the morning or in the evening to get yourself grounded, to connect with your body and your mind. So let's begin in a seated position, legs straight or crossed, long lengthen through the spine, and close your eyes as you begin to simply notice the breath in through the nose and slowly release. Exhale out the nose. Breathe in through the nose. Feel the body expanding and growing as you exhale, soften and release. Notice the ground underneath your hips and legs. Feel the body sinking into the ground as you center yourself into this present moment. And then begin to witness how you feel, how your breath is moving, how your physical body is in this moment, the sensations that you feel. Giving yourself time to really just settle in. It's okay if your mind is busy. It's okay if you're distracted with other things. Keep bringing yourself to the awareness of the body on the earth and the breath flowing with ease. And we set the intention today saying the words, I am grounded. I am grounded. I am grounded. Now from here, float the arms over your head, inhale. And then bring the hands together in prayer as you exhale. Breathe in, reach up and wide. And exhale down to the heart space. Inhale, reach up and wide. This time, take your left palm to the floor, ground your hips to the earth, and then side stretch to the left side. Breathe in back to center, reach up through the ribs. Exhale, right hand to floor, ground those hips into the mat and lean into it. Inhale, center. Take a rotation to your left side, hands go down, and then inhale back to middle. Rotate to the right, exhale, and then float up to center, inhale. Bring the hands together in prayer as you exhale. Transfer from here to the top of your mat, coming onto the hands and knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide and tuck under your toes, and then ground your hips into your heels. And then we just, with the hips low on the heels, feeling that stretch into the feet, the spreading of your fingers helps to root you into this present moment, connecting to the earth. You start to sway side to side, feeling the back bones opening and closing on the sides of the spine. Inhale deeply and exhale fully. Then rise up onto your hands and knees, keeping the toes tucked under. Stack your shoulders right on top of your wrists, your knees on top of your hips. On an in-breath, drop the navel to the floor, lift the chin and chest along with the tailbone, and feel the space opening up in the front of the spine. On the exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round the spine up, and bring your chin to chest. Breathe in, finding a cow stretch. Exhale, round, pulling in the navel, cat stretch. One more time. And then from here, as you breathe in, lift the knees off the ground and send your hips high to the sky. Spreading the fingers and toes for downward facing dog. And then start to move your hips side to side, pedaling out your heels. Just waking up the back of your legs. Come to center, ground both heels towards the earth, gazing softly through the heels along the floor line. And then inhale onto the toes. Exhale, lower the heels towards the floor. Breathe in, rise up. Ground your fingertips. Exhale, push your heels down. One more time, inhale, rise. And lower. Then look forward to the hands. Step the right foot to the top of the mat. Drop your back heel down, warrior one. Inhale the hands above your shoulders. As you exhale, bring your elbows down into the ribs, hug the shoulders together, pull the navel back, and reach up. Inhale. Pull down, exhale.
Reach up, inhale, and pull down as you exhale. Now from here, fold forward over the front leg, straightening the leg to a degree where you feel a gentle stretch in your hamstring, and bow your nose towards your knee, honoring wherever you are in your body as a symbolic gesture that you are okay with where your practice is today. And then bend your front knee and rise all the way up. Inhale, straighten your front knee and bow over the leg to exhale. If you can't reach the floor, don't worry too much. You'll just lower your hands down to wherever they reach. Breathe in, last one, and exhale, fold forward. Lengthen all the way up as you inhale, hands over shoulders, and then swivel to the long edge of your mat. Turn your feet into parallel. Palms come to the heart. Big stretch open with the hands. Inhale, and then we're going to tilt over towards the left side. Bring the right arm over the ear. Exhale. Come back to center, and then tilt the other way. Now we're aiming here to be very grounded in the feet, feeling the spine moving in all different directions. One more side. And then come back to middle. Open your palms wide, flip the palms up. Inhale, heart rises to the sky. Ground your toes as you exhale, fold your head over the legs. And then curl up to stand, soft knees. Inhale to roll. Reaching out nice and wide, expand the heart, lift the chest. Pull the tummy in, exhale, forward fold. Last time now, rise up, inhale. Open your heart and then forward fold to exhale over the legs. Bend your knees, curl slowly all the way up to stand. Float your hands above your head and then swivel to the other side. So turning to warrior one with the opposite leg that we used before. Bend your knees, hands to your heart. Bend your front knee, back leg stay straight. Inhale the arms up. Pull the tummy in. Exhale, draw your elbows down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathe in to rise. And then draw down. Exhale. Lift up, breathe in. Draw down, exhale, breathe out. This time as you reach your hands up, inhale, straighten your front leg and bow over the front leg. Hands can rest on the shins or down at the floor. Draw into that knee. Breathe into the stretch that you feel in your body, grounding your feet to the floor so you feel conscious and present in this moment. And then bend your front knee to rise all the way up. Inhale. And bow over your front leg, straighten the leg to exhale. Lengthen up, inhale, bend the knee. Keep your tummy active as you forward fold. This is your last one. And then rising up, inhale. Pivot to the long edge of your mat as you exhale. Turn your heels in, toes out. Elbows come wide. So we're making cactus arms. Take your index finger to thumb. Check your knees are pointing in the same direction as your toes. And then ground yourself into the floor, shifting from side to side here. You want your tailbone really dropping straight down here. Your tailbone's almost a little bit scooped under, and you're feeling the stretch here in your inner thighs, whilst your quadriceps, the muscles here, are working to hold the pose. Now take a little tilt to the side, and then inhale, reach the arm over ear. Come back to center, exhale, over to the other side. And then come back to center. Good, bring your elbows together. Look up to the sky. Inhale, lift the elbows as high as you can go. And then exhale, fold forward. Breathe in to rise. Keep nice and grounded through those feet. And forward fold. Keep your tummy pulled in. Exhale, bow. Last time, inhale, rise. And then open your arms all the way as you straighten up your legs. You're going to pivot back to the opposite side. Hands to the floor, step back to plank. Now from your plank pose, you want to keep your shoulders right on top of your wrists. Your toes are tucked under and you're pushing your heels away. You want your hips in line with your shoulders and your shoulders drawing apart. And then we're going to shift the weight forward. Shoulders go beyond the wrists and sweep the hips up to down dog. Shift forward, shoulders beyond wrists. Keep your tummy pulled up and sweep the hips back. One more time. Beautiful work. One done. Inhale, rise onto the toes. Exhale, bring your knees to the floor. Sit back onto your heels as you spread your fingers, bow your heart and forearms to the floor. Inhale, deep breath.
Exhale, let it go. And then inhale, rise back to downward facing dog. Right leg rises up, inhale. Step the right foot forward, warrior one, exhale. Inhale, float your arms over your head. Bring your elbows into the ribs, hug your shoulders together, exhale. Reach up, inhale. Straighten your front leg and hinge at the hips to fold forward, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Elbows come down to the ribs, exhale. Pull the tummy in. Let's do that one more time. Reach up. Bow over the leg, exhale. Inhale, rise the arms over shoulders and pull those elbows into the sides. Reach up, inhale, lengthen through the fingers. Swivel to the long edge of your mat and exhale, forward fold. Hands go behind the legs. Bend your knees and come up, inhale. Pull the tummy in and forward fold, exhale. Hinging up through the hips, inhale, arms go up. Last time over, exhale, forward fold. Wonderful, rise all the way up, inhale. Swivel to the opposite side of the mat as we set up for warrior one, left leg forward, hands to the heart. Breathe in, reach the arms up and pull the elbows into the sides, hugging the shoulders together. Reach up, inhale, big stretch. Straighten your front leg, hinge at the hips to fold, exhale, nose towards the knee. Bend your front knee as you rise into the warrior, pulling the elbows into the side body, lengthening up for an inhale, and straightening the front knee to fold. Exhale. Last time now, breathe in. Ground those feet into the earth. Exhale, open the heart wide. Lift up to breathe in, lengthen, and bow to honor yourself, folding over the leg. Lengthen all the way up to stand. Inhale, swivel to the long edge of your mat. Heels turn in, exhale, hips drop down. When we come into Goddess, it's a really nice opportunity here to really sink into that grounding energy, okay? When we're grounded, we feel safe, we feel secure, we feel like we belong here. So a grounding practice, really useful when we feel disconnected from ourselves. Now lift up your heart, reach through the sky, gazing upwards. Elbows are moving away from the heart space. The index and thumb are joined. The toes are plugged in. Take your last full deep breath in here. And exhale all the way out. Rising up to stand, big stretch. Inhale. Swivel back to the right leg forward, hands to the mat. Exhale, plank. And hold your plank here. Draw your shoulder blades apart. Tuck under your tailbone, pull that navel in. Take a breath. Shift forward with the shoulders and sweep the hips up and back. Roll forward, inhale. And press back, exhale. Last one now. Come forward, inhale. And draw the hips up and back, exhale. Heels down towards the earth, heels up towards the sky. Exhale down. Breathe in, lift. Exhale down. Breathe in, lift. And then slowly come onto your knees. Sink your hips to your heels. Bow your heart and forehead to the ground. And walk your palms forward for child's pose. Give yourself this time in stillness to rest. To connect to your breath and to the earth beneath you, feeling safe and steady, secure and connected to your heart. On your next in-breath, rise up to downward dog. Grounding into the feet, into the hands. Big deep breath in. Let it all out. And then from there, come back to your knees. Move your feet to one side and sit down on your bottom with your feet together. Your knees are going to go out wide, and you're welcome to put something underneath your hips if your knees are quite high up like this. Perhaps a pillow or a bolster or a block. And then we're going to take an inhale, float your arms over your head, pull your navel back towards your spine, and as you exhale, you're coming forward.
The hands are going to reach behind your back and make a triangle with the thumb and index finger pointing down in the lower spine. And then your heart is leading forward, but your shoulders are hugging back, and you're just edging your chest towards your feet to a happy, comfortable degree. Somewhere that feels nourishing, somewhere that feels grounding, somewhere where you feel you can relax. And it's important to remember that wherever you are in your practice is where you're meant to be. Yoga is very much a journey. And the more frequently you show up on your mat, the more connected to your soul and your heart you become. The more aware and awake you are in your life, the more consciously you live in the present moment. Take a deep breath in as you reach your arms all the way up, hands together in prayer. Thumbs come down to the heart.